Breaking new developments in the longtime conservatorship battle between Britney Spears and her father, Jamie. Britney Spears is free. For all of you who have been out there wanting that to happen, it looks like the judge has just ended this longtime conservatorship after a nearly 14-year battle with her father. Jeff Paul is on this story live for us from Los Angeles. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming. This started several months ago. We started coming to these hearings here in downtown L.A. Little by little, Britney Spears and her team essentially chipping away at this conservatorship. Well, now it is all over. She's been under this strict conservatorship for 13 plus years, and it is now dissolved both for her personal life and her financial aspects of her life involving her money. And you could probably hear in the background some of the excitement from the hundreds of Free Britney folks who have been out here throughout the summer. They sort of brought this to attention shortly after Britney Spears said she was going to go on a hiatus in 2019. They began asking questions, looking into this conservatorship. There was then a documentary, and that sort of brought this movement nationwide. And then Britney Spears, the pivotal moment, I would say, in this involves Britney Spears getting her own attorney to represent her interests. And that's when she publicly stated for the first time in a court setting that she found this conservatorship abusive and that she wanted out. She wanted her freedom. So now she has exactly that. One quick note, though, there will be a CPA involved in her financial position temporarily as she kind of gets back on her feet. But as it goes, Britney Spears is free.
Wow. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Greg, what do you think?
Well, I don't care. I absolutely don't care. But this is why you are on what you get paid on TV is you have to pretend to care. So I'm deeply concerned about this, and I'll tell you why. How does anybody know anything about what's going on in her life other than her family? And yet you have this movement based on watching a documentary, and all these people. How much time do you have in your life to protest over somebody who doesn't even know you exist and their conservatorship, and you're out there protesting? Shouldn't you be spending time with your family? Shouldn't you be worried about what's going on in your town or how your grandma's doing, not what Britney's up to? So this movement has the intellectual depth of a kiddie pool. But like I said, I really don't care. I think she has serious mental issues, and her family was probably dealing with that, but nobody cares because they're the bad guy. So, but I still don't care.
Jesse, do you care?
I do, because as a feminist, Martha, it's too long that men in this country have been allowed to institutionalize women, lobotomize women, and then force them into conservatorships and then live off of their earnings. And I'm glad that this very, very effective lawyer swooped in and took away this gross arrangement between this other bottom feeder attorney who was kind of in a conspiracy with the father's attorneys to put her in this legal straitjacket for so long. Is she the most balanced person? Of course not. Have you seen the rest of the country? I mean, the rest of the country is crazy, too. She should be allowed to be just as crazy.
That's beautiful.
Just hopeful I never get a forced lobotomy.
As deep as a kiddie pool.
I'm like, really? That didn't happen.
Yeah, you went back as far as Francis Farmer to talk about
exactly.
forced lobotomies.
Oh, it's an impressive historical track.
Yes.
I grew up a huge Britney fan. I was not part of the Free Britney movement. But I do
Because you had other things to do.
I had a few other things, but I was keeping track of her. And her Vegas show was great. And my sister went a couple times.
Oh.
But what I do think is interesting about this case, obviously it changed when the first documentary came out. But the detail that seemed to have sparked so much controversy was that her father and her team were not allowing her to take out her IUD to make her own decision about whether she was going to try to get pregnant with her longtime partner. And I think that really galvanized a level of support from women and from a lot of men who were like, how is this possible that this is going on today, in the post-lobotomy time?
Free the IUD.
But meanwhile, she's doing all these concerts and she's supporting all of these people.
Exactly.
That was always my take. I just thought, she's obviously running a business. She's employed all these people. She's making all of this money to support all of these people.
And they're mismanaging her money.
And they're mismanaging her money. So I think
she wasn't running a business, number one. And number two, that IUD statement was questionable.
Really?
Yes, it was very questionable because in conservatorships out in California, they do not, it is your right to get pregnant and to get married. And so again, I agree with Greg on this. Number one, she has a fortune walking out of this because she was in a conservatorship for so many years, into the tens of millions of dollars. It is a very complicated situation. I have watched all of the documentaries multiple times. I have read everything imaginable about it. And I can say that New York Times documentary that launched all this, they were interviewing her fans. That was the depth of their reporting. They didn't talk they did no reporting on her alleged potential mental illness. The coverage of this story and the coverage of violence in this country and the coverage of the mental health crisis does no one any service because it never talks about illness and treatment and what might happen in a family's life if somebody is suffering, whether it's schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder or bipolar. And I think that this has been junk journalism from moment one.
Well, I think I've been proven correctly.